Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicola and I blog over at thefrugalcottage.com all about budgeting, money saving, investing, that kind of thing. If you're new here then welcome, hello, it's nice to see you, and if you're not new here then welcome back and thanks for joining me again. So the first week of September is over, so I thought I would do a quick budget update for you guys. I have to say I'm really pleased with how September is going. Especially compared to how disastrous August was, and I will leave a link to that below if you want to watch that. But yeah, I feel much more in control, much more kind of at peace with my finances, and I think routine has helped that, but I just generally feel a lot more positive about them. I also feel like I know I can do this. Does that make sense? Like I know that I can get through September and kind of stick on track, which I didn't feel like that in August at all. I felt completely out of control with the spending, and it showed. Anyway, so we'll get on to September week 1. So this is my front page. This doesn't change. Got my cute little stickers on there, and that's about it. So skip that. So first thing is, I'll just zoom in slightly for that, my no spends tracker. So I made the decision to do green and blue stars stickers, which in person you can tell the difference in. You can tell the difference between the two, but actually on camera they don't really come out as well or as clear. So the green ones are, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've had 5 no spend days in the first week of September. This one's blue, the 3rd, and then yesterday, the 7th, was also a spend day. But on there, I know the difference, but that's quite hard to tell on there. So definitely lesson learned. I need to do more variety in colour, because it looks quite nice in real life. Anyway, so 5 no spend days in the first week. Is a really, really good start. I'm aiming for 20, so 20 out of 30. I'm feeling quite confident that I can do that actually, so that's good. But a good starting point there. And again, that kind of obviously has an impact on our finances, because the more no spend days I have, the less I'm spending. And I've talked about this before, but I don't include budgeted food. Things like we go through milk really quickly, so I often have to go back to the shop for milk, and the same with like bananas, we seem to eat at a stupid rate. Things like that, fruit and milk, I kind of pop out quite often to get, and I wouldn't not get that, but it's a budgeted spend, does that make sense? So it doesn't count for a no spend day as such. So, and this is my expense tracker for the first week. Now, you can see there what a difference that, like, the first week in September. If I kind of skip back to the first week in October, because October was so expensive in comparison. So the first week in October was like a whole page of my no spend tracker, my expense tracker even. A whole page. September is that, and you know, already it shows that I'm not spending as much, and I'm being much more careful, and I'm not using all categories either. So yeah, I picked yellow for food this week, this month, and you can see that I do pop quite regularly. Miscellaneous is so the pets at home is obviously cat food. Miscellaneous other things are household items. Well, I couldn't say that this morning. And even things like petrol, I only put in £20 as a starting point. Now obviously I put in more this week. And yesterday I went to the park, spent £6 there, and it was like a fundraising day for one of the parks near us, so we went there, which was quite nice, although we had to go home early because Alfie wouldn't behave, but we won't talk about that now. So yeah, so the expense tracker there is much smaller. I'm kind of secretly hoping that I can keep this to 2 pages this month. But we'll see. I haven't done that in a long time. So that's what that looks like for now. And then if I turn over to my weekly update page check-in, that's what I've called it, and zoom in there a bit, if my camera will let me do that and focus. Whoa, focus. Right, I'll just wait for that to focus. It's so slow sometimes. There we go. So food in week 1, I spent £67.47. I used to be able to keep our food budget around about £50 a week, but it is creeping up lately, and I don't feel like I'm buying particularly much more or kind of more expensive ingredients. I just think that the cost of things is going up more and more, and so I don't know whether to increase my budget slightly each week. I'd rather not, but at the same time, kind of we eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, and kind of those things add up more quickly, and we go through things more quickly as well. So I don't know, I'll ponder that one. Anyway, so £67.47 there, so I've got £182.53 remaining. Petrol there's £20 you can see, and £100 remaining. That should be fairly kind of standard this month, and we're not going anywhere particularly like extra. Miscellaneous £13.58, so £86.42 remaining. That's the household and cats that we spent on this week. Cats needed more dry food, and then, you know, the usual household things. Children £6, that's that park yesterday. And then eating out is £0, and we'll stay at £0. We're not going to eat out this month at all. Again, I don't remember a month where we've had that. Even just like a coffee or something, you know, we're not having, well, I say we, that's me that goes out for a coffee. I'm going to not have that all month, which seems a bit daunting, but, you know, it's easily done. It just takes a bit more planning, but that's okay. And then clothes, I didn't spend anything on clothes this week. I have given myself a £40 budget for clothes this month, but I'll be totally honest, we don't buy clothes that often. And I don't know if you've seen on social media, but there's that second-hand September challenge going on with Oxfam, so you don't buy any new clothes, which is quite interesting to read about. But I don't think I'll buy any clothes this month. The only clothes that we might end up having to buy, if anything, are for the boys, but then I think sometimes I would take that out of the children envelope anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But I don't envisage buying any clothes. I'm not really a clothes shopper, I'm not gonna lie. I don't particularly enjoy the experience of that. So yeah, and I wrote a post, that must have been last year now, about how I kind of got rid of about 85% of my wardrobe and just live with the rest. Like, it's quite a small amount of clothes, although not as small as it sounds, that I kind of use, and I don't really want to have a lot of clothes just kind of sat around. Anyway, so that's our week 1, and I'm really pleased with how that's looking. I feel really positive about our finances. So I'm hoping to get, if it's not too optimistic, where's this? I'm hoping to get for week 2 kind of another 5 no spend days. Now you really can't tell the difference in those colours. Another 5 no spend days next week, or this coming week if you like. I'm hoping so. We really don't have a lot planned. Even on my days off, I don't really have anything that I particularly need to do, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's looking so far. So yeah, so how's September going for you? Are you doing the no spend September with me? Have you joined in that? I do post quite a lot on Instagram about that if you want to follow me over there, and I'll leave a link to this budget planner below if you want to check that out, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.